Round two of the Chess Open. There's no easy games. I'm white, so he plays a Karakan opening, challenges the centre. There's a lot of standard play in these lines, so this is all theory. So he gets his bishop outside the pawn chain. I gain some time developing against it, gain a bit of space. I end up exchanging probably my better bishop for his less good one, but I'm getting a lot of space. This is all quite standard. And we can see, here we go. So, believe it or not, I've played these moves a lot of times. This is quite a common opening. Okay, and then I defend this pawn at the back. And the idea here is it's pretty equal, but I've got slightly more space and I'll push forward, and maybe my more advanced pawns will let me turn it into a winning position. So white still has a little bit of something. You can see the engine here doesn't think of that much of something, but anyway, so he castles. I throw my pieces forward. He gets his bishop to a good square, and he's going to want to push this pawn forward at some time and remove the defender. I'm going to want to push all these pawns forward at some time. So as of this position, the database of millions of chess games, quality chess games, says this is a new game. We've never been here before. I chase his knight away. His knight's threatening that pawn, defend it. And then first big thing here, I make a game-losing error now. I put my bishop here, and my thinking is his bishop is better than mine. I want to switch them off, and he can't avoid switching them off here, and that means that I'll have the space and the pawns, but his better bishop will be gone. But I've missed something, and it's only one move deep. It's a pretty slack miss from me. When he plays knight there's a lot of pieces attacking that pawn, and I'm gonna lose a pawn. I can't help it. So which is enough in a very equal position with not much exciting happening. One pawn loss should be enough for me to lose this game. I take his bishop and I do this. I'm attacking two pawns there. I thought he would just do this, defend those pawns, and next move he's winning this, and there's nothing I can do about him winning that pawn. He's definitely going to win it. But he didn't like that afterwards. He thought that he thought these pawns were going to be too weak later on, which is not true actually. I didn't think it was, and the machine doesn't think it is either. So he lets me get out of jail, so we both win a pawn, and now we're in a pretty much equal position. I would say if anything he's a little bit better now. His knight is quite really well placed there, and he could support it with pawns. But he plays a move that is very weakening, making lots of holes in his position. I attack forward, my knight's in a good spot. He plays this, and he knows what he's aiming for a position which is just not good, because he's seen this coming. I take this. He can't play this. He knows he can't play that because I'm forking him, and I'll be winning the game. So he has to play pawn takes knight. My rook is threatened. I could retreat it, but I take his off. And he thinks that he's better here because he owns the D file. And I think he's thinking that if I move my rook over here and we switch off, his king is coming in here and attacking my squares before I can defend it. But I had a different idea, which was I put my rook here and I'm attacking this weakness, and I'm going to go for these pawns, and there's no way he can stop me. And this is now a race to see who's going to win. So he blocks the square I want to go to, which is here. I defend that square so I can go to it. He attacks my pawn Now I could just go rook up here, and he does this, and I do this, but this is a bit worse because when I come up here like this, he gets to win that pawn with a check. We end up in this position. So it's better for me to defend the f4 pawn here with g3 first. And we go through this little pattern that we've seen. And now my plan is to cut his king off so it can't get to this side of the board to defend, and just advance this pawn. That's my plan. Rooks should ideally be behind pawns. Would be good to help it pass, but I'm keeping his king out. He has to defend. He runs back to defend. He's also got a problem, is that his king is in front of his pawns, which is not good for trying to advance them. I'm just getting, I can't quite advance my c pawn yet. It doesn't quite work. I have to wait a little bit more. Now it works. His passive rook is really bad compared to mine, and now you can see I'm completely winning, +4. He can't exchange rooks or he loses, backs off. And now I make a silly mistake. I've got 2 minutes on the clock, and should I just push this pawn? And yes, I should, because he's not in time to stop me getting a queen, and that is an easy win. But I don't do that. I try to block this pawn. I waste a move, and I made my life a lot harder. And now he gets a chance. And interestingly, I'm still winning now. I should do this. Chase the king over here. Defend that pawn. Because if he was to take it, I win his rook. But I miss that. And I just go for winning this pawn. And this is a draw. There's no way to win from here. A pawn on the edge is not enough. And he finds a quick way to get the draw. So that was 4 hours of work. Oh, hard going. That was my first game of the day. And I won't show you the second game because I just got absolutely crushed by a 10-year-old, and I'm not quite brave enough to look at it yet. Lots of love.